Hey, Mike Swenson here with the Elite Advantage team. Hey, we're talking about how do I help pick a brokerage? How do I know which brokerage is going to be the right fit for me? So, a couple things that we want to make sure that we cover for you to consider when you're choosing a broker. The first thing, obviously, is cost. Everything has a cost, so take a look at what that is. The hard thing here is a lot of things are structured differently, so it's kind of tough for you to get an exact estimate of what that cost is going to be. Some have a split, so part of that money is going to go to the broker, part of the money you keep on that transaction. Does that split have a cap or not? Is it unlimited, or does it hit a certain cap and you keep everything after that? Are there any royalties that you're going to pay? Other people have fees for, it's a desk fee, it's a tech fee, it's a certain cost per transaction. What is the errors and emissions insurance cost? So there's a lot of things like that, or it might just be a flat monthly fee. So you want to take a look at all those costs, and the important thing when you're looking at the costs is what is your potential volume going to be. So it might be nice that you don't have a certain fee, or that the split might be really low, but maybe there's additional fees on top of that per transaction. And if you're doing a lot of transactions, you might actually find out that it's costing you more to go here, where on the surface it seemed like it cost a little bit less. So it may be helpful to put together a little spreadsheet or something so that you can look at, when I do X number of deals for X amount of volume, here's what my costs might be. So that's important. The other thing a lot of people overlook is, what's my potential growth? It might make sense to be at a brokerage if I'm doing this amount of transactions, and apples to apples, it might be more expensive to be at this brokerage. But when you hit to the next plateau, it might make more sense to be at this brokerage. So you really want to take a look at some different scenarios and see what makes sense. And then the other thing to consider is, what is my future growth path? Some brokers are great. If it's a low-cost brokerage, it might be helpful at the beginning if you don't have a lot of costs, yet look at long-term, what are you sacrificing? What if your production doubled if you were part of this brokerage versus this brokerage? So how do they help get you to that next level? So you want to look at growth potential when you're evaluating what that cost is as well. Another big thing, obviously, training, support, mentoring. What are you getting for the money that you're paying? If you want to choose the cheapest, that's fine. You may not get as much value out of it in terms of what tools they provide to you. It's low cost for a reason, so there's potentially lower value there. So you're always balancing, what am I getting for what am I paying? And you're looking at that in a few different ways to determine what's the best fit for you. So do they have in-person trainings, online trainings, no trainings? What kind of staff support do they have? If I have a question, who do I go to? Who can help me? How quickly can those questions get answered? Some sort of mentoring program maybe for a new agent to help you get up and running. Some have a productivity coach that might help you with that kind of stuff. So you want to take a look at that training, mentoring, support piece. Another big one is culture. Each of us are different. We have different personalities. We fit better with different people, and so some people really like this type of culture, and some people may not like that culture. So you want to find something that's a good fit for you. Just like a relationship, whether it's a spouse or a significant other, sometimes you just click better together. So you're kind of looking for, who is that company that I click well with? Do their mission, vision, values, and beliefs align with mine? Both now and in the future. So culture is obviously huge. Another thing that's important is thinking about sharing. Some brokerages, the agents there, the other teams there, really love to share. Hey, this is what I'm doing. This is what works well. This is how I handle this question. This is what the materials that I've put together for this and that. And some people aren't quite as open to share. So if you're looking for, being able to mastermind from others, share best practices, you may want to ask some questions of your broker or whoever you're meeting with to recruit you, what that might look like in terms of sharing. The other thing is technology. What kind of technology can they provide? How do they help automate things for you? We're looking for somebody that's going to, the technology is going to get you from here to here without having to do all that work in between. So you want to get a sense of, what does that tech look like? How much are they going to change the technology as things grow? Are they going to be able to stay ahead of the curve? Are they going to keep up with the times? Or are they going to be lagging behind? So asking questions about those tech platforms. Lead generation. Does a broker provide you any leads? If they provide you any leads, what's the cost for those leads? If you have a listing, does that lead go to you? Does it go to somebody else? If they get a sign call or something like that. So ask some questions about the leads, what that could potentially look like, what the lead generation platform is that you'll be using, because obviously leads are oxygen for your business. It's to help provide future closings. And then another thing to think about is long-term wealth building opportunities. What we don't want to have happen is have an agent show up and have the same year in real estate for 20, 30 years and they retire and they may not have anything to show for it. So what is your plan for building future wealth? Is it some sort of plan around investment opportunities? Is it some sort of plan about maybe your company has some sort of revenue sharing or profit sharing, a way to have additional money, some sort of retirement plan? What does that look like? So, think about the future, what that holds for you, and what do you want to get out of that, so that you can have a great life in the future and retire comfortably with hitting the goals that you want to hit. So a lot of times, agents may think about the short term, and we want to look at the long term as well. So look at those opportunities. So I think that kind of covers most of the big bucket areas that you want to be thinking about. So ask some questions, put together some questions so you're meeting with somebody, they can show you and help answer those questions. And I would encourage you, find somebody that can show you the answers versus just tell you those answers so that you feel really comfortable. And don't take the decision lightly. Talk to people, ask some questions. You're really looking for a fit here. Just like a significant relationship, you want to find somebody that's a good fit long term. So take the time to ask those questions of what you want that to look like. So thank you so much. Hope you got some benefit from watching this video, and let us know if there's anything we can do to help. Thanks. Hey, wait. If you want to watch another one of our videos about buying, selling, or investing in real estate, or resources for our agents, click here. If you want to subscribe to our channel, click here. Thanks.